So what would humans look like if they lived on Mars for just 1,000 years? A manned mission to Mars is highly likely at some point in the millennium, meaning humans will most likely colonize the red planet. The physiological features that any living thing has are shaped by its environment. No single feature of the human body is useless. Everything has a purpose, which enables humans to better adapt to their environment. This means that if you change the environment, you also change the physiological features of the living things that are in it. So how would the tough Martian landscape change humans? The first thing that would change in less than 500 years of colonization would be vision and the general appearance of the eyes. Mars receives less sunlight than Earth and has a longer day, which means nights or periods of darkness are also longer than what Earthlings are used to. Humans will not be able to see things the same way they do on Earth, as their eyes will struggle to adjust to the low light intensity. Over time, possibly hundreds of years, their eyes will adapt to these light conditions by increasing in size to absorb more light. The bulging eyeballs that will result will significantly change the human facial appearance and are likely to lead to a larger head that can still retain the large and complex human brain. Secondly, the height and muscle mass of humans will change significantly over the course of 1,000 years. Generally, gravity determines muscle mass. Higher gravity means living things have to develop stronger muscles to maneuver with ease and find what they need to survive. The low gravity on Mars, which is just 38% of Earth's, means the strong human muscles would be an overkill. As a result, most of the muscles in the human body will waste away, as evolution generally eliminates anything that serves no purpose. Only a tiny proportion of the current muscle mass that will be needed to cope with the low gravity will be left behind. While this can be prevented by exercising, it is difficult to envision a scenario where everyone in society exercises continually. Total body mass will also reduce, leading to slender bodies and a lightweight physique. Humans would also grow a little bit taller due to the low gravity, with legs that are significantly longer than those of Earthlings. Thirdly, the human skin will be significantly changed by the insanely high solar radiation on Mars. Mars has a thin atmosphere. This is not a problem in itself if there is enough oxygen to sustain life. However, it means radiation levels are significantly high. Earth's thick atmosphere absorbs most of the sun's radiation and deflects charged particles from cosmic rays and solar winds. In the thin Martian atmosphere, most of these particles can reach the surface. This means humans living on Mars would experience higher radiation levels than they are used to. Over time, this will force their skins to increase their melanin content, leading to paler and darker skin in the long term. Living on the treacherous and tough Martian terrain could also make humans more intelligent and innovative. Generally, intelligence is the ability to solve problems. The more problems people have to deal with collectively as a group, the more intelligent they become as they better understand their environment and how they can rely on each other. The Martian landscape is bound to have plenty of problems, supposing oxygen is not an issue to begin with. Humans would face countless challenges that would, in the long term, improve their problem-solving skills and make them more intelligent than their earthly cousins. To adjust to the low oxygen levels, the human respiratory system will also need to change. The lungs would need to be larger than they are today to absorb as much oxygen as possible. The red blood cell count would also be higher to improve the uptake of oxygen by the body. This will largely be influenced by the availability of oxygen. If there is sufficient synthetic oxygen, changes to the respiratory system will not be significant. If, however, oxygen is scarce after hundreds of years of habitation, the respiratory system will need to change to prevent labored breathing. These changes generally mean a Martian colony is a scary prospect. The human DNA will be forever changed if humans stay on the planet for an extended period of time, which will eventually lead to changes in the appearance of Earthlings too, as Martians will no doubt travel to Earth. To avoid this, it may be wiser for humans to only tour the planet temporarily as a way of protecting their DNA. If you like this content and want to see more of it, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.